Hey friends! Today I want to follow up on and really kind of put to rest a little project I started a year ago. Sounds about right. I was trying to find the most efficient way to improve the soil in the little flower beds around my house. And I have 2 videos on my thought process and what I started out doing. You can watch those if you want to catch up. They're not too terribly long. So I'll try to keep this short. I quit? Not really. I didn't forget about the project, but it very quickly dropped to the bottom of my to-do list. I just have a lot going on and I'm only one person. And between my work schedule and the weather this summer, frankly, yard work in general has gotten away from me. So I have a lot of weeding to do. Right, buddy? This is my new friend, look. He thinks he's people. He's trying to come in the house. Behold, the jungle. My great shame. The other side is worse. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, nature in all her glory. I'm gonna clean all of this out today, and then when I can see what's growing in there, I will show you what is growing in there. He knows he's being watched. He keeps moving every time I zoom in. Better. Not perfect. Better. I can see the edge of my sidewalk now, so we're winning. Let me take you guys on a little tour. Everybody loves garden tours. Holy macaroni and cheese, did you know there was a walkway under there? I forgot all about it. I found a walkway. Alright, over here, we actually have a couple of buckwheats surviving. Probably not thriving, but surviving. These little guys with the white flowers. Earlier this year, before it hit 95 every day and rained for a month and a half, this whole section actually had a lot of buckwheat growing up in it. And I didn't plant it. That was generation 3. They just kind of popped up from the seeds left over last year. So proud of them. Happy little survivors. These tall guys on the side, these are also weeds, but I really like them. They're called dog ferns. And all they really do is grow straight up and down like this. And they're very soft. So fun to touch. Just nice and feathery, kind of like dill. And they have a really interesting scent to them, too. They will spread, but not very far or fast. And they're also really easy to pull up. The roots don't go too deep. So I'm going to leave these here for a while and let them look soft and pretty. I can always get rid of them if I want to. On this side, we have just a couple more buckwheats. And then in the back, this monstrous thing that is scaling my house. This thing. Those are cowpeas. It started out as half a dozen very tiny things that I planted on the other side of the wall. And then it exploded and spread up, around, and all over the place. Cowpeas are in the bean family. They're a legume, and they fix nitrogen in the soil, which is why I wanted to plant them here in the first place. So they're doing a good job for me. They're also doing a really awesome job of shading out all of the weeds that are underneath of them. So if I roll all of that back, there's really nothing underneath of the vine, which is cool. So I'm going to leave them there. I just I pruned them, I snipped them away from the plants that they were smothering, and I kind of rolled them all into a pile on the other side there. Once upon a time, there were miniature sunflowers here, and here. They bloomed, they looked pretty, they got eaten by birds, and I guess that's a pretty good life if you're a sunflower, so they're done now. And this little guy, I don't have a clue what it is. My mom brought it up from Florida. It stayed about this size for the past year and a half. It does change colors though, that's pretty neat. When it blooms, the flowers are bright yellow, and then the leaves all turn bright yellow too, and then it fades back down to a deeper green. Really weird. This shrub was here when we got here. Pretty much the only thing in the flower garden when we got here. I planted these this past spring. These are hollyhocks. And these are also fun to touch. Very soft, at least on the tops. Very soft. They're biannual, so they got established this year. Hopefully they live the winter, and then next year they should grow big tall stalks, about, hopefully anyway, hopefully higher than the shrub. But they should grow big tall stalks with flowers all over them. And the bees like those. Hello. Hi, friend. I tossed a bunch of zinnia seeds on this side, and I thought they were going to die for the longest time. They looked so shrimpy and sad. But then they just took off all of a sudden, and now they're like the greatest thing in the garden. I don't remember what variety these are. There's nothing special. I just got them at Walmart. They're like giant purple globes or purple giants or something like that. But I've never seen a zinnia this tall before, so I'm really impressed with them. Now, because I did not expect these to grow so tall and take up so much space, I had planted a row of peppers in front of them. All the peppers I couldn't get started inside. I just got frustrated and threw the seeds out in the dirt and said, screw you, grow or don't. And they actually grew, and then I stopped weeding the garden, and so I lost sight of them, and I thought they had all gone to veggie heaven like months ago. Guess who's been hiding up under the zinnias? Whoa! What do you think you're doing under there? Just being beautiful and... what's this? Growing tiny peppers? And you weren't gonna share? You were just gonna hide under there forever? Okay, I see how it is. Good night. Did you see the bird? It was a hummingbird. Do you see it? Have gone stupid because I'm excited. I've only ever seen one hummingbird here, and we've lived here for like 2 years, and they're awesome, and I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was a bug when I heard it, and I was about to swat it. Don't tell it, I'm so sorry. Anyway, somewhere back here at the wall is where Beanzilla originates. Somewhere in there. Here are mums. I love mums so much, and I'm so proud of these guys. First off, they're supposed to be an annual variety. They were on the clearance rack last fall, and so I expected them to bloom for like 2 days and then die, but they're about to go into their second winter. So proud of them. Also, I guess they think that June is September, and they've just been blooming all summer, which I'm like so happy about. Behind them, whoops, this is a rosemary, and it started out about a quarter of this size. I got 2 very tiny little rosemary plants, and it also seems to like it here, and it just took off, right? I love it. And I know they don't look like much right now because I just pulled a ton of beans off of them, and I think they were smothering up underneath of them. But these two are interesting. These are called ice plants. This one, oh, show me. No, come here, don't break. There he is. This one makes purple flowers. And this one, this is a separate plant. This one makes bright yellow flowers, and they look so cute together when they were blooming. These are actually native to the deserts of Africa. They love poor soil, bright sun, and not a lot of water. And so I started thinking, you know, maybe it's going to take a lot of time and energy to make the soil into something that it's not, maybe I should just start finding plants that are suited to the soil we have. So these were step one in that. Over on the other side of the door, I tried to mirror what I was doing with the mums and the rosemary. So I've got 2 more mums. This one is not as bloom happy as its brother over there, but it's fine. It's got a whole mess of buds on it. I think maybe it's just waiting for cooler weather. This one I'm so happy and proud of. Somebody may or may not have completely accidentally backed over it with a vehicle and squished it until it was like that big. But it's back, so none of that matters. And there's a rosemary doing fantastic, and behind it there's a buckwheat. I don't know how it found its way all the way over here, but it's doing great. And you know what's funny? Out of all the ground covers that I tried to employ this past year, the one that worked out the best for the longest, I actually discovered by accident, is this right here. This is pine straw. Go walk underneath of any pine tree anywhere, pick up the dead needles, and put it on the ground. Ta-da! You have free mulch. And it works great. It traps moisture, it suppresses weeds. Very, very few weeds come up around the plants that I've done this with, and the ones that do are very easy to pull. It looks nice when it's all laying down flat like this, and when it's fresh, it's this pretty orange color that contrasts real nice with the greenery. 10 out of 10. Loving the pine straw. So I think what I'm going to do, I don't think we have a whole lot left up under our pine trees because I've been using it for other stuff around the property, but I think now that I've got the ground exposed, I'm going to have to cover it up with something. I'll just go grab some more pine straw and at least put it around, like around the plants that are already planted that I want to keep. If you guys enjoyed coming through the garden with me, let me know. Leave a like or a comment, something like that, and I will try to make more of these when I get a few more actual plants in here, a few less weeds, and a couple more flowers. And until next time, have a beautiful day.